an amazing personality in the studio today. Not just a personality, an example for every sport-loving kid in the country on how to go from grass to grace, from nothing to something, from story to an hero. Because when you look at his career trajectory, playing over 443 games and scoring over 150 goals, that's an amazing figure, ridiculous numbers. And not just his ridiculous number that stands him out, it is joining from Nigeria when he won the league in 2006 with Ocean Boys, first tested his strengths in the Swiss league in Europe, and he banged in a couple of amazing bangers, over 20 goals in 50-something games, and also went to the Ligue 1, set it on fire, didn't call the fire service, did his thing, over 20 goal contribution, scored 17 goals, played with finesse and swag, and right there he went to Olympiacos, scattered everywhere, told them that, yeah, you have a Greek god, we have a Nigerian phenomenal right here. He scored an amazing goal right there in over 50-something games. He scored over 20 goals in Dynamo Kiev. If you think I'm done, 74 games, 34 goals. And when you think that that's just enough, when you go to his trophy cabinets, stacked to the rafters, we have the Ukrainian Super Cup, we have the Ukrainian Cup, we have the 2013 African Cup of Nations right there in his trophy cabinet, won the league with Dynamo Kiev. Also, 2015-2016, the Nigerian League in 2006, 20 years ago. So what you're thinking you want to do now, others have done it, and scratch that. Ladies and gentlemen, by now, you should know who I'm talking about. And if you don't know him, you on a long thing. But I'm going to bring you to the main thing right now because he's right here with us. We have the lesser one in the final third. Aerially is a monster. On the grass, he is an assassin with precision. I'm talking about one and only Brown Ideye right here with us. There's no crowd, but it's an imaginary crowd.
Bravo for the stats, because it's not everyone that really knows about, their stats. So bravo for that. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
From the Nigerian League down to Europe, so many people hear the stats. Goals, banging in goals, scattering records, not just about the goals. How was the journey like transitioning from a young guy in the Nigerian League to an amazing guy in Europe?
A lot of people always say, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yes, it's not easy. There's this word that they say, many are called, but
few are chosen.
Few are chosen.
Yeah.
You can have the talent, but if you don't have the grace, you are going nowhere.
Fact.
Starting from back then in Ajegunle, last born of 7.
Oh wow.
And from a really, really rough childhood, rough background, rough society, and the only thing that can take you out of the hood is football. And joined this boyhood, club called AJ Leicester. We are more than 50, if I'm not mistaken, and just 2 of us got a breakthrough.
Out of 50?
Yes, and still. Okay, I've retired, but Igalo is still, still doing his thing. It takes the grace. It takes the grace of God. It takes the grace of God, and I'm thankful for that.
I remember I was watching you or listening to you a couple of months ago. You said that you went to Europe without even a socks.
Yeah, I think I'm the only player in the whole world that I've signed a contract injured. Like literally, I have a cut below my knee. I don't know if I can show you what.
Wow.
I have a cut.
Ooh.
I have a deep. This could be the end of my, football career.
Wow.
I was in Ocean Boys, playing football. I had an accident. Meanwhile, before then, I've gone for trial in Switzerland. And they said, okay, go back. Just to cut the long story short. Go back home, pack your things. You'll be joining us January.
With your injury?
Season. No, without
the injury?
Before the injury.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So go back home. I went for that trial in November.
Oh, wow.
October, November. I stayed like 2 weeks. And they said, okay, we like you. go back home. We can't sign you now because it's not the the window is not
Transfer window,
open
yeah.
yet. So go back home, prepare yourself, come back January, then we'll do all the whole paperwork and get you signed. I'm like, okay. So I went back to Ocean Boys in Baeza. I was so happy, a young boy who has passed through a lot to make it, and now I have my future is just
Just staring
I'm
at
just
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I went back home. I was partying hard. I was enjoying myself, going out with friends. I was still playing games with
Yeah.
Ocean Boys, but not uh, those big games. I will not play because
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're
yeah,
conserving your energy,
exactly.
yeah, yourself.
So they called us from the management team that we have to come to the bank. They want to pay us our salary. That's 22nd of December 2007. Yeah, 2007. And yeah, I jump in a bike with my friend, jump in a bike with my friend, heading
Go
to
to
the
the bank,
bank.
yeah.
That's how on a T junction, a car came out from nowhere, just hit us. So I caught my shin just below my knee. So I was in the hospital. I thought that this is it.
Now, how did you feel? How did you feel when you were in the hospital, knowing fully well?
I
Look at you here.
Yeah.
Look at you here. How did
To
you
be
feel?
honest with you, I felt like that is it. I felt like done. Yeah, I have some millions in my account from Ocean Boys contract. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'll just have to cope with this small money I have, and because I
Yeah.
felt like
It was
it's
over.
over. Like there's nobody that will sign me with it. But God said, no, this is the time I'm going to prove to you that you are really my son. So yeah, I was in hospital for 10 days. The club
Wow.
have been calling my agent, what is happening, this boy, we have sent the tickets, let this boy go to the embassy and get a visa, my agent was like, what am I going to tell them? I'm like, he keep on lying to them, like, oh, he's this, he's that, he has family issues, he has that. So it gets to a point, I think they felt like there's
They fell
something
off.
wrong. Yeah. So then I'll say, look, if he's not coming, we have to get someone else. And I said, look, just tell them. Just tell them I'm injured. I'm involved in an accident, and you don't know if I'm gonna be able to travel. And he told them, and they said, let's see him. He did a video when I was lying on the bed and sent to them, and they said, okay, let him come. We'll take care of him.
I have a whole lot of questions arising from what you just said.
Yeah.
When you walked into our office, the ladies were saying, he's still young. He should still be playing. What happened?
The thing is that the thing with we African players, as soon as you turn 30, you have to start counting days coming to your retirement, because clubs want young legs. Clubs want 18 years old, 20 years old, 28 years old who can still do the job. It's not like a 30 years old or a 35 years old cannot do the job. Look at what Messi is doing. Look at what Cristiano is doing. But as soon as you turn 30, they start looking at you, especially African players. They start looking at you that you cannot give that top quality performance that you used to do when you are like 20 or when you're like 25. So when I turned 30, things started going a bit slow, which is I keep on getting contract, but it's just like 1 year contract, 1 year contract, 1 year contract. And as soon as I get to 36, I find out that it was slow. Yeah, it's good, but it's 36 years old. We don't know if he's still gonna be that Brownie Day that we know. But I have the zeal, I have the courage, I still have the power and the skill to still play football. But the offer that is coming is not what I want to leave my family to go and play, and what I have already built, waiting for me while I'm on the pitch playing. I just feel like, look, instead of me going to chase, I don't want to call numbers, instead of me going to chase this amount, it's better for me. I've not really spent time with my family. I've been out there for more than 19, 20 years playing football. I said, look, I have everything. God has blessed me with everything. God has blessed me with good family, good friends, so it's better for me to just use what I have and be grateful and, move on to the next chapter of my life.
I listened to this conversation just right now, and you've mentioned family like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
That goes to show you that you're a family man.
Yeah, I'm big when it comes to family, because I can testify what getting married to the right person, when God bless you with the right partner, it just change your life around. And I keep on saying that as a young player, the good thing you have to do for yourself is to get married early, and God bless you, you get married to the right woman that really knows what it takes to be a footballer. Getting married to the wrong person or dating the wrong person can really, really, really affect your career.
Facts.
And we see how it has happened from back to back with players. And I keep on saying these things, and I keep on saying every podcast that I go that the woman by your side determine if you're going to have a long career or a short career.
The stardom comes with so much pressure. I have seen so many stars fall out with their family members, not the close family ones, family members. Why? They want to milk you while you are there. Some even resort to blackmail in the span of your career. Have you witnessed this? And how did your wife stand by you during the trying times? Did you witness any of that?
I think every African player will testify to that.
We had Mikel Obi coming out to lash at his family members.
Osimhen the same, and every African player has been through that. Maybe they want to hide the fact that they have not been through that route, but it's only the one that we see on the internet that we can really say, okay, this person is passing through this. I've passed through things like that. The thing with African families, as soon as one had a breakthrough, start making good money, the rest siblings, they don't want to do anything anymore. They feel like, I won't say entitlement, it's your family. You can give what you want to give, you can help who you want to help, you can try to take them out of the hood, put them in a good place where they can live well, because you are good. You're on telly every week, people are watching you. So your family can be living in the ghetto while you're living in Banana Island.
The 5-star lifestyle.
Exactly. So you want to make sure your family is good. But the thing that they tend to do that is not right is there's too much entitlement to it. They feel like your money is my money, and they can't have enough of it.
Have you ever had somebody come to you and be like, yo, I think I need $20,000 right now. And if you don't give me that $20,000, there's going to be issues here. Or you stop giving them something, and the results into doing crazy things.
We don't have time for that today, but I would like to go deep, but we don't have time for that today. But the truth is that, I've been there. So you are talking to the right person. I've been there. I've experienced it. I've gone past it. And that may make me the man I am today. You have friends that look up to you. You have friends that you grew up with that, as soon as God, bless you, some of them feel like they feel entitled. They feel like you have to do this for me. You have to take me out of the hood. You have to help my family. You have to, up to date, I'm still paying for someone's, child school fees, house rent, taking care of him, taking care of his family, making sure they are good. It's not a burden to me. I can do what I have to do to help him, but I cannot take that whole burden.
Responsibility.
Exactly. You have to do something while I come in, like, just to assist you.
That. I love that. But now back to players and the Jackpot syndrome in Nigeria. When I mean the Jackpot syndrome, our ecosystem, which is football. Now, when you come to our ecosystem right now, there is a pandemic, and the pandemic is fake agent pandemic. It is troubling that we have people who sell their parents' land, and at the end of the day, somebody somewhere
just remind me about what story I heard.
Okay, somebody somewhere rips you off.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Now, what would be your proper guide so that we can, to the administrators, what should we do right? As a country, what should we do right? Or the National Sports Commission, what do we do right? Because I know football is not just about footballers. You might say the government should not be involved, but there is no how you can take away the government from football. Now, as NFF, what do we do right? As a country, what do we do right? Is there laws that we need to put in place? Like, you've been out there, you've seen it all, you've played it all, you have even mingled with the first-class agents in the world. What are we doing wrong here?
Okay, I'll start from the young players that is looking for greener pasture, that want to be like Ideye, Mikel Obi, and Osime and all that. Don't be desperate, because, like you said, we have a lot of fake agents that use your desperation against you, which is tell you, cook up a story. I have a club for you. This is the offer. You know, just bring money. Let's get you a ticket, visa, and you can travel. All these things you're talking now, I've wrote about all this on my X page.
Oh, wow.
I've wrote about all this.
Yeah.
And some of these young boys, they are so desperate that, and their parents too, their family they are so desperate that they see him like, this is our breadwinner. We have to do anything, everything to push this boy out so that we can get money, so that we can be financially free, like be able to get anything we want to get.
Yeah.
So when one quack agent come and say, look, I have a deal for this boy, and they said we should pay 10 million, the father will go sell the last property he has to give this agent, because he felt like this is it. We can't mix it. We have to give this money to this guy, and for our son to leave. I'm going to tell you a story. There's a young boy who contacted me on one of these social, I think it's on X, that there's an agent who contacted him to say, look, I have a deal for you. Bring 5 million naira, 5 million. Then we're gonna get you a visa, ticket, and make sure you got these
Trials.
trials.
Stuff, yeah.
And he contacted me. I told him, I said, there's no club on earth that will invite you and will not purchase your ticket for you to come. They won't ask you for nothing. They'll buy your ticket. If they really need you, they'll buy your ticket. You come for 10 days. If they don't like you, you go back to Nigeria. For any agent to come out and say, bring 5 million for you to travel to Spain for a trial, that's fraud. Come to our, building our football in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The government have a big role to play. Our sport ministers, NFF, they have a big role to play. I came back from Morocco 2 weeks ago. I know what I saw. I know how. It's not about them hosting the AFCON. Before then, what have they have been putting in place for them to have that hosting right? Morocco is not like an African country. Morocco is like you're in Spain, or you're in England. That's how it is. And my heart breaks seeing those things, because I felt like that's where we're supposed to be. That's where Nigeria is supposed to be, because we love football in this country, but we just lack maintenance culture. Like we can't.
When you look at the fact that, have you played at the Abuja National Stadium before?
I've played many times.
Have you gone to the Abuja National Stadium recently? Now, when you go to the Abuja National Stadium, it should give you good memories. But when you go back now, because of what you said, because of lack of maintenance, you are disheartened with what you see. You go to Lagos, the same thing. Talking about Morocco, you go to Morocco, there's the Mohammed VI Academy. Over $130 million was sunk in right there. They have over 11 pitches. They have a football lab. They have football houses, football hostel. But this same money is coming. The NFF has. Yeah, you're gonna get hot on the show today.
The thing is that it breaks my heart to see where we are in football in this country.
What are we supposed to do now to get to that level of even Morocco?
First, we have to start building infrastructure that will help the youth. We have to destroy everything and start from scratch.
When you mean destroy, you mean destroy structures and administrators, or destroying just the structure?
We have to destroy, anyhow you want to put it. We have to destroy everything. It's like a Lego. If you're not putting the bricks properly, you won't get your result. So destroy, start from the base, start from the scratch, and start building. In Lagos, we have more than 4 stadiums. Not one of them is playable. We have 2 stadiums opposite each other.
Teslim and
the main stadium, Sulere. We have 2 stadiums opposite each other. No one is playable. I went to watch an academy TCC game in, I think it's the training pitch of the main board, and the pitch is horrible. And boys are still playing on it. Players are there. There are some playing basketball. There are some playing volleyball. On that batch tough, there are some play to show you how hungry, how blessed we are with all these talents that we have, but we cannot harvest it. We cannot use it to benefit what we need to do, because we have swimmers, we have great basketballers, we have great, name it. But where is the infrastructure? Where is the facilities to harness, to grow, to harvest all these talents? We don't have it. We keep on believing in, oh, we have one player in UK, we have one player in Spain, we have one player in, oh, his father is from Belgium, his mother is from Nigeria. No, how long can you do this?
Facts.
You can't. In Abuja, we have just one stadium. We have just one. So why we can't fix it? Why we can't put it together? Why we can't build those things that can help our football? And we want to grow, but we forgot that growth starts from when you start watering something, then you start growing. If you don't water it, there's nothing that's going to happen.
Have you had conversation with administrators? Have you spoken to the NFF? Look at what we want to do. Is it welcoming? Because
look, we're talking about this, but we all have to play our part.
Yeah,
we all have to play our part. We can't every time push the blame to the NFF or the government. We all have to play our part. Okay, we build a stadium. It has to be maintained. If you drink a pure water, you don't throw it on the floor. If you drink a bottled water, there's a trash where you can go dump it. You understand? If you lose a match, you don't go uproot the seat and throw it, like things like that. I remember when we lost against Ghana, I think the first World Cup that we failed to qualify in Abuja here.
Yeah.
The stadium was destroyed.
You don't want to know. You went into the tunnel.
People were upset. I understand.
No, you went into the tunnel, but you didn't know we that were there. I had to hide under somewhere so I don't get hurt.
People were upset.
Yeah.
I understand. But you don't go ahead destroying something that your government built to uplift the youth. Until now, that stadium have not been fixed.
Fact.
So
Fact.
That's it.
I still love the fact that, yes, we don't have stadium. You saw all of this. You saw all the indifferences in our league played at the pinnacle of European club competition. When I watch you, I was going through your highlight yesterday again. I was seeing the goals you were scoring in the Champions League, somewhere from tight angle that even the best strikers in the world were not even there. There was one you were by the touchline and you just chipped it like this. The goalkeeper was stranded. The defenders were like, I thought he was going to pass here. Why did he score like this? He's going to make us lose even if it's £10,000 from our weekly salary. Come on. But you decided to come back to the NPFL.
Yeah.
And when I look at the way you were treated at the NPFL, and I'm like, no way. He was supposed to be a national project when we have our ex-international come back. It was supposed to be a national project where you project and sell the image of the league.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. What went wrong at Rivers United? What went wrong at Eyimba? What went wrong?
First, I'm grateful, to be able to, after touring the whole country in Europe, then I have to come back and say, look, this is the last dance. I have to come back home, do 1 year or more in the league and promote for me, it's all about promotion. It's not about what I can get from the league. It's about promoting the league and let people out there see that, oh, the way Brazilians are playing and going back home, Brown can still do that. Okay, I can still do that if Brown can do that. And a lot of people still say today that, oh, if not for Brown, I was thinking of going back home to play. I know a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages I receive and say, how is the league? Do you think I can come? But a lot of them are just shy because when you leave Europe, coming back home to play, people see you like, oh, you're broke. You don't have money. No club wants you in Europe. No, it's not like
that. Can you tell us one guy that reached out to you and be like, I want to come back to the league?
I can't. A lot of them reach out to say, how is the league? We want to know, because what I'm getting here is peanut. So if I can get a little bit more in Nigeria, I'll come back home. I'm home. I'm in Nigeria. My families are here. I can enjoy myself and still play good football. I encourage them. I say, look, don't expect a lot
Fact.
Don't expect, because we don't have the money. Nigeria don't have the money to pay a player 20, 40 million a year. We don't have that. But what I did is I just want to create that awareness. I just want to make that sound for people to know that you can come. There's no problem. You can come and play 1, 2, 3 years and sign out the way they are doing in Brazil. You know, I went to Rivers and they said, you know, to cut the long story short, they don't have the money to pay. I said, look, you guys didn't even negotiate with me. Like, we don't really had a negotiation. So how come you're telling me you don't have the money? Okay, fine. Then I called Kano. I said, Papi, I want to come and play. You really want? Yes, I want to come and play. He said, okay, come to our bar the next day. We can sit down, we can talk. I went, that's how I, you know, packed my bag. I went to.
How's the reception like?
It wasn't like in Europe.
I
was not expecting that.
No airport welcome.
Just
no fans in the stadium.
Driver and one camp commandant. Just that.
Just two guys.
Yes, just
from Brownie Day. Come on, we don't worry. Let me just leave it there.
I was not expecting all the
fanfare
and all the screaming. No, I was not, because I already put all my guard down. I'm like, don't expect fans to block the road and welcome you. Don't expect the airport. Don't expect them to come pick you with private jet. No, you know. So I wasn't expecting all that. So I didn't. You know, when you're expecting all of that and you didn't see, you feel disappointed. I was like, I'm fine. You know. Yeah, I got to the stadium, got to the pitch. It was all synthetic. I knew about that before. That most of all the pitches in Nigeria are synthetic. I never played in synthetic. The only country I've played in synthetic 2 years was in Switzerland. Yeah, it was in Switzerland in Neuchâtel Xamax. The pitch was synthetic. So, you know, I'm fine with it. But when things start happening and the other players will come to you and say, senior man, you have to speak. We have not been paid. We have not been paid. And for my salary, I have to give. Not once, not twice, not I give. Literally, they pay me not even up to 30th of that month. I've, you know, even giving my own money out to help these players. Sometimes there's a game I remember that we are saying that they're not going to play because they don't have their bonuses, and I said, okay, let's play this game. If we win this game, I'm going to pay for this game bonus, and we end up winning.
When you say things like this, it sounds very easy. It sounds like it's a Nigerian thing. We're getting common with it, where we see players coming out to bail out team. But it's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. If you want to look at it, if you want to ask how much now you're using that bailout fund,
it's not much, to be honest with you.
You might say it's not much.
It's not much, to be honest with you. It's not much. But for the players that have not seen they have not seen really good money in football, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like after games, I'll tell them to come to my hotel. They will come to my hotel. We'll chill at the poolside. We'll chill. We'll have fun. Because I know how it is as a player, giving your best and you're not getting support from the back room, like which is from the management or from the president of the team. You are not getting. So for me to do very well, they have to. Football is a team sport. It's not tennis that you do it individually. So for me to perform, they have to be good. They have to pass me the ball. So that's it. That's it.
I like mentality. So
I always, one day before game, I call everybody. They will come to my hotel. We'll chill, we'll talk. They will complain. I'll say, look, don't worry, relax. I spoke to Papilo. Money will come. This, that. I will try to calm them down.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes we win, sometimes we don't win. Yeah. But I will still be encouraging them, giving them hope. And the outburst I had on my ex, when I thought you saw it, it was everywhere, was the last game at the end, before the season end. They promised that they're going to pay immediately after the game, the week after, all bonuses or allowances, everything will be sorted out. Then we drew. I think, no, we lost. We lost the game at home against, I think, Plateau United, 1-0.
1-0.
3 weeks after, there's no money. I will call, no answer. A message, no reply. So I get upset.
And the boys are still coming to you to ask.
Exactly. And the boys are still like, senior man, I used to make we play this game. Oh, now, see, they haven't paid us, this, that. And the new season is about to start. And they have not still sorted out the past
backlog from last season.
You understand? So I get upset. And I went to X and I start writing about it. It's not just, if it's just for me, I'm like, fine.
But did it affect your relationship with Kano Nwankwo?
It might, because we have not spoken to them.
You've not spoken to Kanu Nwankwo after that
After the
outburst
no,
till now. But you called him when he came. When you're coming to the club, you called him.
Yeah. We spoke. Sometimes he called me and said, "Talk to these boys. Don't worry. They're going to have their money." And sometimes they paid. It's not like it has been. It's really bad. No. Sometimes they fulfill their promises. They pay. But I guess he was upset with the way things turned out because the team did not get the continental ticket, and I guess maybe that's why, or maybe they didn't get the fund from the state government like they promised. I don't know.
Now that you've mentioned the continent, let's go to Nigerian club at the continent right now. And one of the things is 2003, 2004, we dominated the whole scene. Remember that the last time we won the CAF Champions League was in 2003, 2004. And I also did club rankings of Nigerian clubs in the world. The first Nigerian club in club world ranking was 618.
That tells you how the league is right now.
Rivers United. Yeah. Then you go down again 630 something. You see Eyimba. Yeah. You go down 600. Now you see Cameroon above us. You see Tanzania. You see Angola. Yeah. These are teams naturally that when you were with Ocean Boys, they dare not step on the pitch with you guys. They spanking no be here.
You are right.
One went wrong from 20 years. Yeah. Instead of us improving, we are declining. Now, I'll give you a perfect example. South Africa had debt with their clubs at a point. Yeah. The clubs, the league was going into a debt. Yeah. They had to go back administratively, rejig all they are doing. Exactly. And right now, South African League is competing with the North African League. They are paying so well. Yeah. Same with El Ali. There was a time El Ali was in debt. They had to go to the Arab nation and beg Saudi Arabia, we need funds for bailouts. And they use that money well. The problem is, not like we're not having funds. Where are the funds going to? Yeah. Now, when you look at the club, what has happened in the past 20 years that instead of the trajectory is going like this? You've seen it all. When I come to the Nigerian League, you've seen it. What has gone wrong?
Lack of plan. They are not planning for tomorrow. They are based on now. You understand?
We'll just chop everything now.
They are not planning for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's sad to see most of the Nigerian team that qualify for the continent. Most of them are not all. No, I won't say most. All of them didn't really do very well. What is the league like? How are you sustaining the league? This take me back to people are saying, "Oh, there is no one EPL player in the NPFL player in the Super Eagles." How can that be possible? Show me your league. What have you produced from that league? You can't produce a good player from that league. You can't. The pitch is bad. The officiating is bad. The way they run the league is bad. In fact, you play on a synthetic pitch, 4 p.m. with no water on the pitch. Some you see little gravel, like little stones on the pitch, and these boys, because they don't have any say, they're gonna play. How can you harvest good players from that pitch and you want to infuse them to the national team? I said they are not good enough because the league is not properly run. If the league is properly run, then you can harvest good players and push them to the league, to the Super Eagles. That's the truth.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, I want to come back to the Super Eagles, and I want to come back. You just came back from Morocco. Yeah. You were in Fez, you were in Marrakesh, you were in Casablanca. You followed the Super Eagles. You saw our performances. Now, let's start from the highs. What will be your take-out points from our performances? We did so well. We scored so many goals, considered just few goals. What would be your assessment of the team after our performance at the just concluded Nations Cup?
The team did very well. In fact, I'm impressed with the performance. Better than the playoff stage. I'm impressed. But the only thing I'm still saying, and I'll keep on saying, is we are blessed with such a wonderful squad. Only God knows why we are not there yet. But I believe that it might take time, because now we are not going to the World Cup, and we are looking to the next AFCON. So we should start preparing from now. You know, the team is doing well. They are scoring goals. It shows you how, finesse they are, how, the quality we have in the team.
Fact.
We played against Morocco. Morocco is one of the
I saw your tweet. I saw your tweet about Morocco.
Yes.
I saw your tweet about Morocco talking about the standards.
The standard is not the same. Morocco qualified. Morocco get to the semi-final at the World Cup. We have never been there. We have never been to the semi-final at the World Cup. So you can't compare that squad or that Morocco team to our team. Yeah, we keep on saying we have young players. Yes, we have young players, but these boys, they have played in so many leagues. They have a lot of experience. They have played Europa Cup, Champions League. Some of them are playing week in, week out. They're still building their momentum when it comes to getting that quality, that mindset. Because the thing Morocco used to beat us is the mindset. It's not about the game. The game we played, but it's just the mindset. They want it more than us. They want it more than us.
When you look at Morocco, you look at that game, and you look at the game before that, there was an incident that happened between Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, Bruno Onyemaechi. For me, I was like, it's fine. Yeah, it's normal.
Happens.
I've seen Balotelli go crazy. I've seen General Gattuso go berserk.
Yeah.
I have seen Ballack and Lampard on the pitch of play.
Almost throwing punches.
Even of recent, we had Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer on the pitch of play.
Exactly.
So when you see all of that, it was crazy.
Yeah, of course.
But when you are on the pitch and you see the attitude afterwards, that's when Nigerians were like, no, we can't take that. You're not running. You're not moving. You're not supporting the team. Asking I want to go off.
That's wrong for, we had this conversation in our show in Lagos, and I said his attitude, his first reaction.
That's Victor Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen. His first reaction was right to approach Lukuman and said, football is team sport. It's not individual sport. You can't do it all alone, which is right. But what he does after that first reaction was wrong. For him to stop running, ask to be substituted, that's wrong. Look, the thing with footballers is when you are on the pitch, you can't even tell what you're going to do. Why do players take red card? You think they want to kick? Some might want to do it deliberately so that they can go chill in Bahamas with their wife and girlfriend. Yeah, but when you are on that pitch, sometimes you do things that you watch after. You be like, wow, how can I do this? Because the adrenaline is pumping, the fans are screaming, maybe you are one goal down or you looking to win the game, and maybe you're thinking about how if we win this game, we're going to have triple bonuses, and all that get into your head. And you react in a certain way, and you don't like how you reacted. And that is fine. What he did was wrong. His reaction towards Lookman was wrong, and I believe that he himself knew that what he did is wrong. So for Nigeria to start making debate about it, some say he's right, some say in football more than that happened. More than that, they are teammates. They know how to take care of themselves. They go in the dressing room, they talk it out, and it's done. You see what happened after that outburst? We won. So it's not about that can affect the team. No, it's football. Colleague can butt head together, and football goes on.
Yeah, but when you look at the leadership quality your sets had, we had leaders everywhere.
You dare not do that in Keshi, man.
You know what I'm saying? We had leaders.
You dare not. Yeah, we have a lot.
Do you think we have leaders? No, we have Captain Wilfred Ndidi, fine. Yeah. But do you think Wilfred Ndidi is a leader in that Super Eagles team compared? I know we had Vincent Nyama.
Yeah.
I know we had, even before they handed over to Vincent Nyama, the quality was there.
Yeah, but the thing you have to understand is this crop of Super Eagles are young, fresh talents. You can't compare it with our set. Our set, we have Mikel Obi, we have Joseph Yobo, we have Vincent Nyama. We have a lot. We still have Omokachi before Big Boss. So you can't disrespect all these people. Before you get to Big Boss, you pack your bag and you go home. So a lot of our set, a lot of people are scared to even get into the book of Big Boss. Before your matter get there, you pack your bag and you're gone. People say the Osimhen is stubborn, Osimhen is stubborn, Osimhen attitude is bad, Osimhen attitude is that. Go and try Menike. I'm just saying, like, Victor is just a player that he showed too much hungry. Like when he's in that pitch, he felt like he has to bring down this wall. That's his style of play. We have to know that. We have this bulldozer, we have this player that always won the ball, always running, always chasing everything. Let's give him the credit. That's him. That's his style of play. But I'm saying that Victor is not stubborn than Emmanuel Menike.
Would Victor Osimhen had survived if he was in your sets? Would he, with all the things we're seeing on Victor play? Do you think he would have a bust up with Vincent Nyama?
I think he would try to do it, but because of Big Boss, he will be calm. I'm calling Emmanuel Menike. If Emenike can get that low and calm on the Big Boss, then I don't see any player who can get the outbox with any other player in the team. I'm telling you, wow. It gets to a point that, you know, Emenike and Mikel, they were almost fighting
on the pitch.
Game. No, not on the pitch, out of the pitch. You understand? Before a game and after a game. You know, these things happen in football.
How did this settle?
But as a player and as a coach managing this crop of players, you have to know how to bring them together. You have to know
management.
Exactly. You have to know how to manage them. It happened in every squad. You have one or two players that always feel that they can beat everybody. I'm telling you, everything, name it, every team in this world, you have one player that feels like he's bigger than everybody. That he can beat everybody.
You've ever experienced that in the SuperEagles, that someone walks up to you? You've ever experienced that in the SuperEagles?
I've never experienced it. I've never, to be honest with you, I've never experienced it, because my time in SuperEagles, most of the people that I played with, we have like more than family. We all have one direction, which is one idea, one goal, which is we have to win and we have to support each other.
Fact. I love the fact that you're bringing up SuperEagles now. From the under 20, you were there.
Yeah.
When you talk about a complete transition from under 17 to under 20, under 23 to the SuperEagles, not every player has taken that step, which is quite cool. I remember 2010 World Cup. You were not in the list.
A lot of people don't even know that I was there.
You were not even in the list to go.
Yeah.
I think injury happened to Mikel Obi, and you got a call. Yeah. I want to know where you were. Where were you at that point when you got that call? How did you feel? How was the reaction like?
So it started from me being. I was in the provisional squad.
Yes, you were.
I think 35. Mm-hmm. We're in London, and they announced the 25-man list that we're going to the World Cup, and they asked us, the other players, to go back home. They got our ticket and everything, and I went back home. I was living in Port Harcourt, so I flew back to Port Harcourt. I was chilling. I was even planning my wedding at that period. And I go back home, and my missus was like, "Oh, it's fine. You know, at least this can, you know, give us time to plan our wedding." No, it was the invitation. Everything is out.
Ooh.
The souvenir, everything is out. You know. And I went back home, and I just woke up that morning, and me and my missus, we are praying, and my phone was ringing non-stop. I'm like, what is happening? In my head, we are praying, and my phone was ringing non-stop. I'm like, what is happening? So after the prayer, I said, okay, let me go and check. I saw that is my agent calling me, almost like 6-7 missed calls. I'm like, why is this guy calling me? And I called him back, and he's like, oh, you have to pack your bag. Where are you? I said, I'm in Port Harcourt. Pack your bag. Send me the name of the airport in Port Harcourt. You have to be going to London. I'm like, what? He said, Mikel is injured, and the coach wants you to come back. It's like, what is happening? And I told him, I put it on speaker so my wife can hear what he was saying. So we are just shocked, like, how? Because we are 6 of us that they sent back. So why is it that it's just you that they want back? I'm like, it's the grace of God. So that night, they bought me a ticket. I flew back to London to join the team. So we trained from there, then we moved from there to SA.
Oh wow, that's quite beautiful. Let's stick with 2010 South Africa World Cup a little bit. I think it might be safe to say that it was the most chaotic World Cup in the history of the country.
Yeah.
We started football, I think, 1950s, 1945. Yesterday, I posted a picture about our first game where we were wearing barefoot. Super Eagles were walking barefoot against, I think, Brosby United in UK. Now, coming back to the 2010 World Cup, we had Greece, we had, I think, Korea, and we had Argentina.
Yeah, right.
And in that game, the first game, we scored first. The whole 200 million people went crazy.
Yeah.
We went berserk. Then all of a sudden, Keita got a red card.
Yeah.
And we're like, come on. And before you know it, they smelled blood. And they took advantage of it. And before you know, we got punished. Sani Keita was receiving death threats. Sani Keita, I think afterwards...
He was literally crying in the dressing room. Yeah.
What happened in the dressing room to Sani Keita?
He knew. He could not even leave the dressing room. He was crying nonstop. If you watch that video after the referee showed the red card, he was crying from the pitch through the dressing room, went to his locker room. He was sitting like just on the floor. He was crying. This was even before the end of the game, because then we are one goal up.
Yeah.
It was before, after the game, he was on that spot. Because we went to the dressing room, first half, we went to the dressing room, came out again after the game, went back to he did not even watch the game. It was, I think it was Ajegunle.
Haruna.
No, Ajegunle.
Ayala, yeah.
Ajegunle was telling him, because they are roommates, so Ajegunle was the one who told him that, oh, we lost, because he did not even pull his head up. He was crying throughout. He knew
The impact
what he cost the team. I'm telling you. So I felt then I think me and Lukuma Haruna was the youngest. So we can't speak. We are like, we can't speak, So I felt for him, because I know how he cried. I know how he's a hard worker. He's very hard worker. He won everything. And the position he played was not even his position. It was not even. It's like he sacrificed himself and get red card for the team. So
wow.
It was sad.
Yeah, Nigerians were crazy, and we're like, okay, let's make it up in the second game.
Yeah.
Second game came. Score now. Yaks. Score the goal. 2 yards out.
I think we are sitting on the bench, and when we saw Ajegunle pull that ball across the goal, we all stood up. So we felt like this is it. And I felt like he too felt like, this is, the thing with strikers is the more easy goal is the one you miss. Yeah, I'm a striker, I can tell you.
Yeah.
You see those tapping that the goalkeeper is already on the floor and you just have to pass the ball. That's the one you miss 99%. I'm telling you, that's the one you miss 99%. And I felt like immediately he saw that ball coming, that pass from
He knew I'm scoring.
He knew that this is it. You can tell from his reaction after that ball didn't, go hit the back of the net. He too was shocked. You can see his reaction, the reaction on his face, like, what? People say he's smiling. That's how it is. That's him. That's his personality. You can't say because he missed a goal, he has to start crying, banging no, that's him. I respect him for that, because he take a really, really strong-minded person to mix the opportunity and still have a calm head and finish the game.
Then afterwards, we met Argentina. Yeah, we did well a little bit. Yeah. I think Vincent Nyama, that's one of
the best match I've
ever watched. Game I've seen Vincent Nyama play. Yeah. I have that video, no matter the phone I'm changing. I have that video clip. He was punishing, literally, he was punishing Lionel Messi in that game.
There's this save that he did that keep on,
He came in from the left, chopped in, and boom.
Just little touch.
Man. Then Jonathan had enough. Yeah. Ex-President Goodluck Jonathan had enough. He said, oh, come on, this team has to go. Yeah. We have to ban. They said, oh, no, FIFA is coming. Now, looking at the World Cup, what went wrong for Super Eagles there in South Africa? A whole lot of people say there was dressing room chaos. Yeah. A whole lot of people say they were smuggling in some babies. Let me use babies. According to Sadikin Daria, babies. They were smuggling babies into camp. So
That squad has a lot of talent. We have Tai Taiwo, we have Kanu Wanko, Bafemi Martins, Yakubu Ayegbeni, we have the Uche brothers, we have
Oh,
Usaze Oderenge.
yeah.
So that squad, people feel like if this squad can succeed, if this squad can get us to the semi-final of the World Cup, no squad will ever do it. I feel like I was blessed to be among that crop of Super Eagles
Mm,
players,
mm.
those players that always breakfast, you sitting by them, they're talking to you, they're lecturing you. I think that played a big role that helped me to become the person I am in 2013. Because there's the way I see, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk to each other. There was love in it. No, don't get it wrong. There was love. The fact the outbursts we are having is mostly unpaid allowances, which I don't have mouth to speak.
Well, I'm coming there.
The
Yeah.
outbursts we had then was unpaid allowances. We had problem with kits because there's not enough kits
You know,
that goes
sorry,
around.
sorry to interject. Sunday Lise had a conversation a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And he said one of the problems he had then with the Super Eagles was that training camp time was always shifted because the kits were being washed. Did you experience that?
No, but I just in my time is there's always every time I go to the camp is always short. We are always short of kits. Like you play a match with a jersey and maybe your opponent team wants to change with you and they'll be like, no, don't change because we don't have kits to use
You
in
know,
the
go wear
next game.
singlets blue.
Exactly. So some of them
Yeah.
during 2010 said a lot of them changed their jersey and they were upset. Like, how can we be at the World Cup and we have just one jersey? And that's the outburst that Oderenge, I think Usaze changed with one Argentina player. I can't remember. I think Mascherano or somebody.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. I
Or
think
Veron. I can't
you know,
remember. So
yeah, yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was Veron. He changed his jersey with Veron. So the kid guy was like, I asked you not to change. And so back and forth conversation at the dressing room. So you get to a point that they took Kip to the hotel. Then it just became something
Snowballed into
big.
something
Yeah,
big.
and wow, there's no money, there's no kids. What are we doing here? Blah 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 blah. People back home don't know what you are passing through, and so it just became a chaos everywhere. Everybody was talking. Magari, you see Magari? I think it's Magari at that point.
Lulu,
I think
Magari,
Lulu. I think Lulu and Magari. I think.
Lulu Magari.
So they flew into SA. They were trying to calm the boys. Okay, you guys will get allowances. You guys will get, it was a lot. It was a lot. I won't lie to you. It was a lot.
Did it affect our performances on the pitch?
No.
What happened off the pitch? Did it affect our performance on the pitch?
Not at all.
Okay,
Not at all.
that's quite beautiful because you said the 2010 gave birth to the strong mentality you had in 2013.
Yeah.
2013, you scored one of the most crucial goals. Look, when I'm talking about scoring goals, it's not when we're leading 5-0, you come and score the fifth one. Or when we're winning 6-0, you're scoring the fourth one. Crucial goal in a semi-final.
Yeah.
Walk me through that moment.
Before then, I've played 2 games without scoring, and I've done a lot for the team. Gave a lot of assists and worked so hard, and everyone in the team felt like, Brown, this is your time. Today we will make sure that you score. And Ima was like, even if the ball is on the line, I will stop it for you to come put it in. So that's how close we are. So
that's you and
Emenike. So the Mali game was my first goal, and that was what he said to me. Like, today, even if the ball is on the line, just run. I will stop it. You will shoot. So I said, okay. We just laugh about it.
You had the conversation with Minike?
Yeah. Because not even just him. The whole squad felt like, man, you have worked. You have worked a lot for this team. I'm surprised that the goal is not coming. But today, we're going to do everything for you to score. If you watch that highlight again, by the time when the ball went to Emenike, he was calling me to, like, come before you square the ball, and I now placed it. So that's the chemistry we have, the both of us. Like, the love started from outside the pitch, then we brought that same love inside the pitch.
here.
Yes.
So I think we can do better. I think we can do better, because if there's no history, I don't think there's a future.
Yeah.
If there's no history, there's no guide, and there's no map into achieving great things in the future. If you look at great teams like Brazil, look at great teams like Argentina, you look at great teams like England, they know and understand the efficacy
What it
of
takes.
history.
Yeah.
You go to a stadium and they're honoring players from 1959 to
Mhm.
1949 to 1930, but right here, even 2024, you're on your own. But it has been an amazing time having
Thank
you,
you.
Brown Ideye,
Thank
right
you for
here
having
in our
me.
studio. We hope to have you again
Yeah.
with some of the
Sure.
stars.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a wrap on the biggest sports show in the capital city and beyond. I want you to guess who our next guest is going to be. Your guess is as good as mine. Thank you very much.